All right, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to take a quick break between the series videos that I said I was going to bring to you to talk about a couple things that I think are relevant to the intent and then to the style of this YouTube series. So first and foremost, thank you again to a few more of my friends who have viewed the videos and gave me some candid and good feedback, telling me how I suck and somewhat how I can improve. So thank you guys for the intent there, or excuse me, for the feedback there. The first of which you might be able to see the camera angle is better. So one of my buddies told me that essentially I need to show more skin. So for some reason, nipple line and above, I guess, is a thing you see more often. So here you go. I'm showing more skin for you. That brings up kind of my first point in the style of this. So I thought about prior to coming out with this or starting this video series, how I wanted it to look and kind of the aesthetics of it, and I realized that one of the things that concerns me about our common world today is how much we value aesthetics over content, so style over content, and sometimes I think that we get really drawn in, and I've seen it happen on YouTube, get drawn in by like flashy lights and signals and sounds and really cool pictures and people being extremely animated. And I think sometimes that covers up for a lack of true and valuable content, and just kind of misdirects us into the things that I think are most important. So I'll try to be a little bit more animated, which was a little bit of the feedback that I got from, again, that honest buddy. So thank you very much for that again. However, I say that when it comes to talking about serious issues, which I intend to tackle them as to the best of my ability in this series, one thing that I see kind of problematic, or that becomes problematic, is it's really easy to become very emotional about some of the subjects very quickly. And what I've seen happen in society today is when people become emotional, they tap into their lizard brain and everything becomes fight or flight, and they don't tap into their forebrain and their higher level thinking, and they're easily manipulated, and oftentimes it prevents them from coming to any sort of a peaceful and beneficial resolution with other members. So when I'm talking about these subjects, even though I get fired up inside, I will attempt my best to maintain a calm, level head, because I think that's the best way to kind of see through the chaff to be able to find the truth. So that's kind of a big wrap up of the first thing of the style. The other thing I'll say is in terms of the content. So I can't remember if it was the first or the second abortion video. I got a comment placed from YouTube on there, basically telling me it's a warning essentially to respect their community guidelines. Now, in and of itself, outside of context, it's fairly benign. But as a part of the greater picture of what I've been seeing happen in the U.S. today is an overvaluing of quote unquote respect. I don't necessarily think it's respect for information, and a devaluing of cutting through the kind of the niceties and the formalities of interaction in order to find the heart and the meat of the matter. In fact, an over-focus on being nice, which I'll talk about the difference between niceness and kindness in a future video. I think that's a really important distinction to make. But an over-focus on being nice and less of a focus on getting valuable truth out there, or truth that's out there that people can use to then pursue value in their lives. So I took it as kind of it's like being in kindergarten again, and they have the color system. You're on green if you're a good boy. Yellow means you better be careful because you're that much closer to being red, and if you get a red color, you're a bad boy and you're going to be sent to the other side of the room where all your friends will make fun of you. So I took it as a yellow card, and that right there is indicative to me of, hey, you're talking about subjects that we don't necessarily like people talking about, which is can easily turn into, and I'm not saying it was, can easily turn to an infringement of our freedom of speech. Our First Amendment right as Americans is, and a very valuable tool that we have as human beings to be able to pursue the truth and to engage in meaningful discord with one another. Now, be careful, because we might remove or rescind your ability to speak the way you feel. I don't necessarily think that I've been disrespectful, and I would ask anybody that sees the way I come across as disrespectful. If you see the way I come across in this video or past or future videos as disrespectful, please reach out to me and let me know, because that is not the intent. I'm not saying to not have respect for individuals when you're engaging in a thoughtful and high-level discussion about important topics. However, I am saying that if your primary objective is to not hurt feelings, is to make sure that you play nice, then likely you are encumbering yourself and preventing yourself from really digging into the meat and potatoes of the most important subject matters that I think exist in our modern day life, and you're hamstringing yourself. So that's just a quick aside that I wanted to bring into, because I thought it was relevant given the nature and the topics that I intend to discuss. The next video I'll get back on the abortion topic and kind of close things out there before moving on to others. So thank you again for anybody that's watching. Thank you again to my friends who have given me feedback, and I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy.